Okay, these look old to me.
That was my...
She could still get into this. Here, move. Mackenzie is doing one of Maddie's solos, an iconic solo called Cry. Now, Mackenzie, are you going to fill Maddie's shoes? All right, this is it. So you're gonna do the Cry number? Well, let's just say, if it's not beautiful, I'm not gonna be crying. You are.
And we step up to PK arabesque. And then we jump, we towards the tables.
PK onto that foot. Straight. Mackenzie needs to embrace her inner Maddie if she's ever gonna outdance her.
Praying.
You just did this again. With
Just
the top
stop
of your head.
after, just stop after
Pull your head
praying.
down. Pull your body down and your head up. Arch your back. Let's get Maddie in here and see if she remembers it. That'll be interesting. Do you remember when you did the dance Cry? You did Pray over here in the corner. Can you remember what it is? Now, you can't help her because she's against you.
Oh, look, Maddie is teaching her.
That's
Well,
cute.
she's not teaching her.
Well,
She's
she's
just
helping. I think it's great.
What do you think of Mackenzie dancing under Maddie, or in the same category, right up against her? What?
Well-
And she's doing her old solo.
I mean, it's gonna happen. That's how it is now because they're 9 to 11.
Pretty impressive, Maddie.
What if Mackenzie does beat Maddie?
Maddie would be fine with that.
They became competition to each other.
Well, they are. They are competition to each other.
Run, grand jeté. When Maddie dances, she's a breath of fresh air. You're like the stuff we spray in the bathroom. There's a difference. I'm pushing Mackenzie hard this week. I don't want her just to win this week. I want her to win big. I want her to be a name, not just Maddie's little sister.
Are you excited to be doing Cry?
I'm excited, but I'm really scared because I don't want to mess it up.
So you need to just show Abby that you can do more than just cheesy jazz and cutesy dances. You have to do lyrical and emotion.
I know, it's just she keeps saying that I have to do like you, but I'm not you.
I know, but you need to do faces like me because you don't have face.
Yeah, but I don't have the Maddie face. I have the Kenzie face.
Well, I hope you do great, but I hope that you don't beat me.
Well, I'm gonna win.
I don't think so. I'm just trying to help Mackenzie because after all, I won first place with that dance, and I'm an expert at the Maddie face.
Mackenzie's doing Maddie's solo. Now, show me the Maddie face. Keep going. The whole country can do the Maddie face. People talk about it all the time. Hashtag Maddie face. Has to be like. And what else? Show me the distressed pain, agony. Help me. I don't know. They all look the same. They all look like Mackenzie.
Abby should stop and not make Mackenzie do Maddie's face.
Like, you go out there and you be Mackenzie. You don't need to be Maddie. Right. Like, you be Mackenzie. Mackenzie's just as good. And it's better because you're on special stuff. Okay? Oh, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
If Melissa's not gonna comfort her daughter, I am more than happy to say to Mackenzie, you know what, Mackenzie, you don't need to be Maddie. You be Mackenzie because Mackenzie is just fine enough. Because you know what? I think I've had the same conversation with Chloe a time or 20.
Just go up, just be yourself no matter what anybody's saying. You're gonna do amazing. You have to use your face. You have to use your voice. I love you. Love. Great.
I am pushing Mackenzie to the limit. She needs to step on that stage and she needs to make people forget Maddie's performance and remember hers to Cry.
All right, moving right along, we have act number 22 with Mackenzie in Cry.
Well, I guess it's been a while since I've seen the sunshine, since I have smiled. I don't wanna do anything but cry.
She was beautiful. Her faces were so sweet, and she smiled when she had to, and her turns were so good. I didn't think of Maddie one time when Mackenzie was doing the cry solo.
I'm so proud of every one of them.
Me too.
I am not taking away any of Mackenzie's dancing because she's an amazing little dancer, but she did not need Maddie's costume or her solo to be a good dancer on that stage.
Of course she didn't.
It was just very awkward. I just thought she was fabulous.
Abby was just trying to make a point, I guess.
Abby was trying to clone Maddie.
She's
She
not
doesn't
trying to
have
clone.
to.
She can't
Mackenzie's
clone her.
Mackenzie. Do you think that Mackenzie was worried about doing Maddie's face the entire time out on stage?
When you go on stage, Leslie, you do what you have to do, just like Peyton does.
So
when
you-
Leslie, when
so
your
you
daughter,
think that
oh my
whole
God,
time
you
Abby
just drive me crazy.
So that's how you handle Abby. You guys just listen to her. Don't stand your ground.
You handle Abby your way, and I'll never handle Abby the way you do. Never.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi.
Wow, I think they were wonderful. I thought Mackenzie did a nice job. I wouldn't say she was outstanding, but she was sweet and she was cute. I thought she was good. Is she ever gonna be Maddie? No. Hey, you know the show Botched, you get it, that somebody went in for plastic surgery. Now, I hope that in your lifetime you never have to have plastic surgery. All right, so this is like gauze. It's around you. You get it? It's not like a scarf. You don't really need to use
I
your
know, but you
face.
can't see my face.
I know, because we were afraid you're gonna ruin the dance with that face. The Bryn face, look. Look at me.
Okay.
Let's go.
Sit, 6, 7, 8.
Elbows in. I want Bryn to be the best that she can be. When she reveals her face behind that gauze, she should reveal a whole new Bryn to the world. Somebody that uses her emotion, somebody who you look into her eyes and you can see the soul. That's what I want for Bryn. This routine may be the big breakthrough for her. Bryn, I don't want this to come back in tomorrow and be morphed into nothing. It has to stay very weird, very intricate. There's details in the choreography. And it works, and you get on stage and you could be beautiful and this could be amazing. Or it could be a hot mess with you doing a bunch of nothing with bad posture and the thing getting caught on your foot and you falling. But we're gonna think positively. You're dismissed, go. Jane, I had said that you were doing a solo, but it's your first time competing with these kids in a group. I think it's important that she get this group down. It's best to let Jane concentrate on the group routine and really be part of this group, rather than give her a solo and have her brain in 2 different places. Should Jane be upset? No, she hadn't even started it, so it's the big deal.
So that's no solo for Jane now?
Jane's doing a nice job in the group. She's not outstanding by any means. She's trying to fit in, and that's what I want her to do. So Jane, it's your very first time here. If you don't have a solo, you don't have a solo.
Okay, well, if there's time and she can, she would love to prove it to you that she can be a soloist that will do well.
I understand that, and I would love to see her do a solo because I want to see if she uses her face more than Bryn uses hers.
She does.
Oh, you know what? Don't fall for it, Ashley.
Did she say that in front of Bryn?
Uh-oh.
Wait, let me pull them off for you. All right, get in there.
Did you just stand in here and say that your kid uses her face more than mine? The last thing I need is a mom to come in here and bully my kid again. So if that's what you're gonna do, your ass can get right out the door.
Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, Ashley.
She's not gonna badmouth Bryn, Abby.
She didn't badmouth.
She said my kid uses her face more than Bryn. She's never even seen Bryn dance. Why would you let that happen?
I said, does your daughter use her face more than Bryn? And she said yes. She never mentioned your kid's name. She answered my
That
question.
is a direct cut on Bryn. And you know what? It's not okay anymore. Jessalyn did it. I'm glad she's gone. You're not bringing in another one. It's not okay. It cuts on her confidence, and I'm over it. She's over it.
All Bryn really wants to do is dance. At the end of the day, that is all she wants. And Bryn never doubted her ability to act until a bunch of grown adults started telling her to her face that she couldn't do it.
You stood in there and
She
you
said to
cut her
you
down.
didn't even hear
and
what
you
she said.
don't even
You
know
didn't even
her.
hear what she said. She asked me if Jane could have a better face than Bryn, and I said yes.
Yeah, and that
which
makes
I
you a
believe.
bitch. That makes you a big, fat bitch.
Really?
Yep.
Well, then I guess I'm a big fat bitch.
You can take your ugly extensions back to Utah.
All right.
Bryn has a lot on the line. It's make it or break it. She has every opportunity to be a star. But yet, I get nothing. Just think how good she could be if she used her face.
Up next, we have Bryn performing Botched.
You make me cry if you're crying. It was beautiful.
Did you tear up? Yeah.
Yay!
So good! It was so good, so good. Oh, I'm so proud. It was very good.
In third place is entry number 7, Botched.
This solo was a breakthrough solo for Bryn. I think the judges made a huge mistake. I don't know what dances they were watching, but it wasn't the same ones that I was. Those judges should probably never work again. That's how bad they were.
Kendall, let's go. The title of your routine is The Scream. It's a routine that Maddie would have excelled at. The acting and the crazy part, you need to go 150% across the line if it's going to win. Here, hide them, hide them. I'm pulling out all the stops for Kendall. I'm giving her a Maddie routine. Does Kendall have it in her? You know, she's the kind of kid that laughs. She's gonna think it's goofy. She doesn't want to do it. Then the tears start. Then we run to mama, and then they walk out and quit. Will Kendall take yet another opportunity and throw it away? And the scream needs to be like guttural. It's from your gut.
Dear God!
That's a scream I don't ever
Someone
want to
just
hear.
cut her arm off.
Do it. No, you're like in your head. Get in your stomach. Like there's a monster coming out of you. Make the face, and let me hear you really scream.
Is she my daughter or what?
Well, she called it a Maddie solo. I mean, has she ever given Kendall something and then called it a Maddie solo?
I don't think so.
That's a huge boost. Like, I'm giving you a Maddie solo.
She laid the gauntlet down for Kendall, you know, but in her eyes, no one will ever live up to what she did with Maddie. Abby said it's a Maddie solo. In my mind and Kendall's mind, leads us to believe this is gonna be great. I just wish that Abby wouldn't always go back to Maddie. Maddie chose to leave. Let's move on. Let's make it a Kendall solo.
Funny thing is I don't think Kendall would have gotten a Maddie solo if Kathy wasn't here. That's the irony of the whole thing.
I agree with you. So that old twit has done something good for me. Not only does Kendall have to worry about measuring up to Maddie in Abby's eyes, she has stiff competition as well. We saw earlier on social media that Black Patsy's daughter, Nakaya, has a solo this week. It's all or nothing for Kendall. If she doesn't beat Nakaya, it's the end of the road for her.
Kendall, last week you were first with Bryn. You have to be first on your own. You've been first with Maddie. You've been first with Kalani. You've been first with a lot of people. I need you to be first, Kendall, right? If you go out there and you don't nail this solo, no more solos. All right, girls, come on, let's go.
Abby has gave you so many different solos, but I don't feel that any of them are like this at all. You got it. Abby has been telling me that it's a Maddie solo, but you know, Maddie just had something about her that made this team even better, and she was the leader of the team, but maybe if I do well, I could be the leader. That's always something I've wanted to do.
702, the screen.
I know what Kendall has in her. I need her to prove it to Abby.
She nailed it.
You really scared it. How'd you feel? Because I didn't want Abby to be like, you played it safe.
No, you did not. You did not play it safe.
Abby.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the teen division, ages 13 and 14.
Here at New York Dance Experience, there isn't a top 5, not even a top 3, only a first overall. If Kendall doesn't beat Nakaya, I don't know how Abby is ever gonna have faith in her.
Our top teen soloist, the incredible, the Scream, come on up, Kendall!
I cannot tell you how happy I am. I beat Nakai. I can tell that my mom is ecstatic about it because she's probably just gonna go shove this in Black Patsy's face, and that's kind of what she deserves after talking about me.
We have 3 solos. You weren't here, so you don't get the solo. But since you're kind of on a different level now, Maddie, I'm gonna use you to assist me in choreographing the other 3 girls' solos. Moms, we're gonna get working. Go.
Abby having Maddie assist with all of the solo choreography is just another way for Abby to get in these girls' heads, like, Maddie's up here, you're down here.
Kendall, we're gonna start with you. I want you 2 on deck warming up. I'm giving solos to Nia, Chloe, and Kendall this week. All 3 are character driven. They have to sell the story. Kendall, your prop is a mirror, because as you look at yourself in the mirror from this side, you see this pretty gorgeous girl. Yet as you turn your face, you will see a scar. Let's go. I've decided to call Kendall's routine not just another pretty face. And it lets the judges know right off the bat, there's some type of conflict here. Smile and look this way. And then you're gonna frown. Smile, sad. Watch Maddie, just watch her.
She's not Maddie.
Look at her face. You need to look back and say, help me. I'm broken. I don't see that.
I mean, I get comparing kids to one another, but there comes a point where you have to stop comparing. Everybody is different. What does that do to Kendall's, or any kid's, self-confidence?
In Abby's mind, she is building a kid up. It's just not ours.
Maddie has been getting other opportunities, which are fabulous. But the other moms are just jealous. Don't take it out on me.
I need you to make those judges cry that this gorgeous, pretty kid was either mauled by a dog or attacked or was in an accident. And if you can't be the character, you're gonna let Maddie do it. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Kendall.
Oh, she is.
Oh, that's
that
pretty.
costume's gorgeous.
That's so nice. The scar looks incredible. You know, Kendall, just the scar is not doing it for the audience. You have to portray the character. You have to be emotionally scarred. Kendall has to give us that emotion the way Maddie does.
Kendall is doing Maddie solo.
Stage is act number 7.
This is a difficult win. I just hope she doesn't choke under all this pressure.
Not just another pretty face.
Kendall has her work cut out for her this week. She has to be Nia and Chloe doing Maddie solo. So I really hope that Kendall can handle the choreography and prove to Abby that she can do anything that's thrown at her.
tragedy.
Yay! I'm so proud of her. Was it good enough to win? I don't know.
And ladies and gentlemen, your highest preteen solo with a score of 280 points. Not just another pretty face from the Abby Lee Dance Company.
I'm really happy that I won. I haven't won a solo in a really long time, and I was competing up against Chloe and Nia, so I had a tough competition.
And your studio one more time.
Abby Lee Dance Company.
Great job, our preteen solos. Take the bow on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I knew she could do it. I've known all along she can do it. Did she look like Maddie out there? I don't care. She looked like Kendall. She was great. And she won. She just won first place, my little girl.
Hey, are you so excited? Yeah? So you have the lead in the group? Like, high five to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you start on the group, you need to remember things you can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
The beam turn, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
The beam turn is really cool.
No.
It is really cool. Okay, I'll stop. I believe in you. Do you believe in you? Are you sure? Okay.
It is a lot of pressure to have the lead in the group because if anything goes wrong, then it's probably going to be blamed on me because I'm the lead. Like, if we don't win, it's going to be my fault. And I'm just scared that it's going to go wrong.
All right, guys, I want to go over this group dance, stone-faced. This piece is about covering your true identity. You are just a sweet, nice kid. I've come to know your mother a little bit better over the past few weeks, and I cannot imagine living in that house with that mother. She is on your back constantly. Hannah, don't do this. Hannah, do this. Hannah, I told you. Hannah. And yet you're just smiling, you're sweet and nice. We need to see something else besides sweet and kind and boring. Get it?
Yes.
Let's get started here. So Brady, grab her by the hand. You're coaxing her out. You're trying to get her to break out of her shell. Let's listen to it. I had the idea to do Stone Face, to teach Hannah a lesson. She's boring. So what do you do with that? You put a mask over her face and hide her. I'm gonna cover up her face with netting, but by the end of the routine, I wanna see her blossom on stage. I wanna see her reveal a real character.
So the group dance is a reference to like wearing a mask and not really knowing who someone is. I don't know what she thinks that Hannah really is.
I feel like we don't know who Hannah really is because Anne always tries to talk for her. She tries to answer. She tries to control the situation.
I mean, we have never been on the bus where you didn't tell her to get her backpack when we're getting off. Like, you do speak for her a lot. You tell her what to do. You tell her how to say things.
Well, I am her mom.
Right.
Right.
But she's 14, and hopefully some of those things that she would know by now, like get your bag when you stand up and walk off
I'm
the
sure
bus.
she knows that.
You yell, you scream for her to get her bag every single time we get off the bus.
I mean, what do you want to say, Anne?
That if I'm that big of a problem with everyone, I'll just take Hannah and we will go home.
No, that's not the answer, Anne.
No, and I don't think that's what Hannah
Not even
needs.
what anybody's saying.
Us moms are bringing it up to try to help Hannah, and Anne's overreacting. Hannah is the lead of this dance. She's 14, she should be the leader of this team, and she certainly should feel okay to speak up to Abby. So if Anne wants Hannah to take her career to the next level, I think that she needs to let Hannah do Hannah.
Right now, I feel like you guys don't even want her on the team.
And you're making about Hannah, and nobody said anything
Okay,
about
well, do
Hannah.
you want me sitting up here?
Seriously?
Maybe you don't.
I think that's just more avoidance, actually.
No, it's not. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel, which has nothing to do with you. But you want to turn it around and make it have to do with you.
Walking and driving are
Go
all
for
avoidance.
it. Go for it. I don't know why everybody's coming at me. I'm sorry, please don't.
Honestly, this is minimal. This is like a scale of 3 compared to everything I've gone through.
I feel like now I can't say anything. It's only going to be turned around and used against me. I want to go home right now.
She's freaking out because now people are seeing her for who she is.
But who is she? She's control freak.
She's controlling. She's manipulative because she uses crying.
Come on, you guys are just seeing it today because I saw it like the first day that I arrived here.
First of all, Stacy, I am not manipulative.
I think so.
I won't even say anything. I'll sit here and I'm not gonna say anything. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. You can be mean. You can pick on me. You can do whatever. But
So you're not leaving now? Now you changed your mind, you're staying. You're just gonna not say anything? So it doesn't even make any sense.
whatever. I don't know what's wrong with the moms. The only thing I can think of is that they don't like that Hannah has the lead in the group this week. But Hannah's just a quieter child. I'd have her order her own food at the restaurant. I'd like some macaroni and cheese. After the third time, I'd be like, she wants some macaroni and cheese. We can't spend all day here. I'm not trying to speak for her. I'm just helping her.
Lay flat, Hannah, and go like flick, flick.
Keep your knees together, though. Knees together, knees together. Knees together. I've said knees together like 10 times, Hannah. It's not the way to be the lead in the group. I need Hannah to be a rock star, and she is a rock. Like a pet rock. That's about as much personality as that kid has. All right, you guys are dismissed. Go ahead and go. She is 14 years old. I started the Abby Lee Dance Company when I was 14. I need somebody at 14 years of age to be a role model, to be a leader, to be brilliant on stage.
Abby, how's it going in there?
The group looks like crap right now because the lead kid is not feeling it. And it's like pulling teeth to get her to even just do the choreography, let alone emote. Let's go.
Anne should be more than concerned this week. Her kid is the lead in the group. She's not selling it. We have a 6-4 record for the groups, and as of right now, this group dance is a mess. A hot mess. Can Hannah see with that mask?
She says yes.
I can't really move my mouth in this mask, and it stings. And I'm seeing, like, sparkles, but other than that, it's great.
I'd be nervous about the mask.
I mean, yes, of course, we have not practiced the mask like we don't practice a lot of things, and that is very nerve-wracking.
We might have not practiced ripping off Hannah's mask, but we practiced ripping off yours.
Earlier this week, the moms tried making the point that Anne speaks for Hannah. I feel like we don't know who Hannah really is because Anne always tries to talk for her. She tries to answer. We are making a big deal about it because Abby made Hannah the lead in the group dance where her true identity is revealed. But Abby's used to the ALDC having a better track record than we do so far this season. We're 6-4, and you know that if the group dance doesn't win, it's gonna be the lead's fault. You know what, Abby? This is a really important week, and we really need a win. Do you really think it was a good idea to make Hannah the lead in this dance?
Well, I think I need to teach her a lesson. She is 14 years old. She can open her mouth. She can speak for herself. She can ask questions and still remain a respectful young lady.
I have been working with Hannah to open her mouth and speak since she was like 5.
Well, it's not working.
Yes, she's always been quiet.
She's quiet because you speak for her. This routine is called stoned face. She is wearing the stoned face because every time I look at her, she has a look on her face like she's scared to death of her mother. I give you a character to do and you do it kind of, sort of, a little bit, but you never take it beyond my wildest imagination of what I think it should be, yes? Not everybody is gonna care as much about you as I do. And at 14, the clock is ticking. I know you think that's crazy for me to say it, but not when a 10-year-old is dancing circles around you. All I'm saying is right now, blank or get off the pot. You can fill in the words because you're 14. All right, let's go.
I think it's gonna be good.
The dance? Oh gosh, yes. It better win because I can't handle it if it doesn't. I'm a nervous wreck. Abby has been really hard on Hannah the entire time we've been here. And now we are the lead of the group. If the group does not win, it will be all Hannah's fault.
Let's welcome entry number 84, Stone Face.
worked. It was beautiful. Hannah did what she was given. Everybody looked great.
Just another drum roll for the overall group. First place goes to Stoneface.
I'm super happy that we won because now Miss Abby knows that I can be the lead and it can still win, and I'm just like...
The group routine is an idea taken from an old movie, The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. One of you is actually going to be in a bubble. So going into this competition, we're going up against rivals. The last time we saw these people at Nationals, you lost. They're on top now. They hold the power. They can intimidate you if you let them.
Of course, the first week back, our rival BDA is up against us. After the second place loss at Nationals, we have to redeem ourselves.
Okay. Come get in it.
Come get in it.
Bubble's happening.
Whoever is inside the bubble has to be so animated that the judges can see the acting capabilities and what they're trying to tell, what the story is. When you want somebody that's big and animated, I think JoJo fits the bill.
But you can only be in it for
Look, they're
5
blowing
minutes.
up JoJo.
Oh. How is she gonna breathe? I guess if she passes out after a couple minutes, we know there's no ventilation in there.
When we open this, you need to suck air and get in, okay? Let's practice that one time.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's making me panic.
Ready? No. Well, I can't get it open.
Wait, I have to like...
The zipper's stuck.
Oh God.
Take her out.
Get her out of here.
Hey, unzip her, please.
The zipper is stuck. It's hard.
Well,
It's
she's
really
taking
hard.
a breath.
Come on, breathe.
Yeah, so you can't breathe.
Okay, you okay?
I'm good, that's
All right, good job.
Of course, Abby would put JoJo in the bubble with only 5 minutes of air. The more JoJo talks, the less air she's gonna have. I mean, is this Abby's grand plan to keep JoJo's mouth shut?
How are you guys?
Good.
Good. How's it feel to be back?
Feels great.
Feels great.
As
champs.
As champs.
So there were a lot of struggles and a lot of changes last season, but I took that team and I made it my team. And we are coming here strong and united to defend our national title. When I was watching the dance of the waiting room, what a great concept, but it lacked dancing. It didn't have much dancing in it, and I think that's one reason that it hurt them. There was 8 counts of Kalani walking across bars in the back. So I want to do the waiting room, but I want to do it my way. So let's go show the ALDC what national winners look like doing the waiting room.
Okay, so Jeanette posted, going to show them how it's done. We'll be waiting, smiley face, ...
Oh, they're definitely doing the waiting room. Definitely.
It's gonna be their spin on the waiting room. Our waiting room dance was amazing at Nationals. By Jeanette taking our concept and using it against us, she has just declared war on the ALDC. Our bubble dance better be fabulous if we want to beat BDA.
One, two. I feel that Abby has just missed the mark on this waiting room because I don't think that she dug deep enough. I don't think that she has much sympathy or empathy. And I think the difference with this routine is that I have that connection. I know what it's like. I just want to reiterate with you guys, we are doing the waiting room to show Abby that she didn't have that connection. She didn't tell that story. I had to walk into a waiting room and I had to find out that my older sister had been killed in a car accident. And my dad was out of town, and my mom was at home. And I had to call them, and I had to see them come in. So take that. And I think this is what Abby was missing in her dance, is understanding that people go through this. So just keep that in mind.
Obviously, BDA is doing a knockoff of the waiting room, which was freaking amazing. It really was.
I think it's a smack in our face, the idea that we can take the dance that you did at Nationals and didn't win one.
We would
can
never
win with
mock
it.
them.
Who does that?
Like, mind your own business. It is so important for our children to beat BDA who are doing the waiting room. We really don't need them to come in and show us how it's done. That would be all wrong.
That zipper looks so bad where it is right now.
I think that turn inside would be hard.
It looks hard, like the plastic would get caught up under your foot. Or the zipper.
Open it up, open it up.
There's a lot. They're doing a lot in that. They're rolling her, they're unzipping it. That's a lot.
But it was at the right spot. Like, what if it's underneath? They're gonna have to like.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Competition is tomorrow, and this group dance needs a lot of help. I mean, this is a giant hamster ball that the girls have to manipulate and move and dance around. There's a lot of room for error.
It's horrible.
So you guys ready?
Yeah.
You guys can do this. Everything's gonna be spot on. All of you have to be spot on, like the best you've ever danced, technically. Okay, don't give them anything to mark you down on. No, you guys know. Okay? All right.
National champions, national champions, national champions, national champions, national champions. Woo!
It's important for us to beat BDA. They think they're all that. They won nationals. These kids really need to come out winners this week more than ever.
It's like that.
Not saying that this will
Bubbling
happen,
your butt.
but what if the zipper gets
Hers is
stuck?
strong.
What's the plan B just in case it doesn't really budge?
Screen fire. At the end of the dance, if you're in trouble and you can't get her out, you need to scream so that people come running out and help you. Let's go. Come on.
We're going up against BDA, and we really need to make up for last year's nationals. I really hope we can do it. I just wish I was out there to help my teammates. Just make sure you guys are on time. Second thing, really point feet, straight your legs, you know, technique, whatever.
Judges, number 28. Team group specialty, the girl in the plastic bubble.
Good job. Did you see what you did?
I thought the group dance was amazing. We didn't have to scream fire, which is really good. And I'm just really excited to see how we do, and I hope we win.
Next up, team group contemporary with the waiting room.
Hustle.
Oh my God. They're crooked.
It's nuts. Delay of game. How many minutes do you have to put your props out and get started?
2.
Is that in the rules?
2 minutes.
2 minutes? Is someone timing this for real?
What's going on? I'm going to disqualify them. You're holding up the competition.
Hi, excuse me.
This is typical Abby. Because BDA won nationals last year, Abby's making a personal mission to find any technicality or rule to keep BDA from dancing today.
They disqualified. I disqualified.
Excuse me, can you please explain to me? Excuse me, as I'm a studio owner, could you please explain to me?
Read the rules.
Read the rules. Listen.
Those are props. Props supposed to be set up in an They won't set up.
Let them dance. This is ridiculous. They want to dance.
We can't be disqualified. We worked all week for this dance.
Okay, misunderstanding with the rules and safety rules, and there was some emotion. And we're actually gonna do it.
Is it a points off? It's points off. Okay, good.
Listen, no matter what, don't let this get in your head, because that's exactly what she wants, okay? Hold it here. When you guys get out there, you kill it. It doesn't matter what Abby tried to pull, what deduction they're gonna put on our team. There's no way the hamster ball dance is going to beat our routine.
Next up, the waiting room.
They hit it emotionally, they hit it technically, they hit it every way. And that's the way it should have been done in the beginning. I want to win.
Next, we have Team Group.
BDA beat us at Nationals last year, and we have to redeem ourselves.
So second place in Team Group goes to entry number 29, the waiting room.
Are you kidding?
First place for Team Group, the girl in the plastic bubble.
Winning the competition against BDA is kind of like a payback, so it feels really good, and I'm just happy that we won because we're probably gonna have a really good week next week.
All right, we have 2 solos. The first solo is going to Maddie. Maddie, your solo is going to be a musical theater number. The name of this piece is The Entertainer.
It's a musical theater number. Of course, I'm a little nervous. This could be the last solo that Maddie's gonna do before we leave the team, so it has to be a great one. And musical theater typically is pretty simple choreography, so I don't know what Abby's thinking.
My next solo is entitled Broken Dancer, and it's about the homeless children of Los Angeles. So Maddie, I wanted you to do this piece. However, you've already done a homeless piece, All God's Creatures. This piece, I'm going to go ahead and give to Bryn. Bryn, no one would ever argue that you can dance. I doubt that you can act.
You're a great dancer. What's gonna be the next level for you is the acting.
So I need you to learn from this. And this piece, if it's done well, will send a message loud and clear. I want the mothers to be very conscious when you're talking about things like, oh, well, Bryn's doing one of Maddie's numbers, and Bryn's gonna look like Maddie, and blah, 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 blah.
JoJo can act circles around Bryn. You know why she can't dance circles around Bryn? Because you don't give her the time that you give Bryn. Same with all these other kids. Bryn has had 50 solos.
Jess needs to shut her big fat mouth and keep her opinions to herself. Nobody wants to hear them.
She can act. I'm sorry.
Go out there and go to the other room, make the red room.
They all can. You have given our kids crazy characters to play. They've played them well.
It's time to carry on the legacy. Right.
That's what it's about.
She's gonna move
That's
in
what it's
here.
about. Carrying on the legacy.
I don't even know why I'm talking to her.
I've auditioned before for acting jobs.
It doesn't.
She doesn't know that.
I just don't. I'm done with her attacking your character and attacking your talent, and it's just not okay.
Jessalyn is just mad that Abby never asked JoJo to go up against Maddie because that's Abby's way of saying that she doesn't think JoJo is good enough to go against Maddie. And that pisses Jessalyn off. Bryn just really needs to stay focused on what the end goal of this solo is, and that's to prove that she can act just as well as Maddie can. There is no way in this world that I am gonna let these adult women stand in the way of my child succeeding on this team.
I'm gonna sit here.
You can be the queen of the table today.
The moms and I wanted to go out to breakfast without Ashley because next week is our last week with the team. So we just want to have a nice breakfast together.
Just the 5 of us. Yeah, well, right. That's. Cheers.
To the normal people.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I wonder if Ashley will stick around with Bryn to be like the queen of the minis.
Because she would have moms that might look up to her.
She can't be queen here because she doesn't fit in and she doesn't like us and we don't like her and she can't be Maddie. She tried, she can't.
How many solos does Bryn need to be made into a star, though?
And she got 4th place last week.
She said this song is about acting and this is gonna be a big number. And then you're picking like the kid that doesn't even have any personality on stage. It makes no sense.
She's trying to create it for her.
She is, but you can't make something out of nothing.
Maddie is competing against Bryn this week. So Abby said, Bryn, I'm giving you a Maddie dance. And you have to act, and it's gonna be tough. Bryn's never gonna be Maddie, ever.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be really hard next week's competition. When they do the last group dance, getting them on stage and getting them off stage is gonna be really hard. Because that's the last time they will compete as a team.
It's hard to believe that next week will be the last week for Melissa, Maddie, and Mackenzie. Abby might be trying to replace them with Bryn and the Minis, but we all know that they're one of a kind. They can't be replaced, and our team will never be the same without them.
When I say entertainer, who do you think of? Who do you know that entertains you besides me, of course?
I was gonna say you.
All right, you people are like ants in here. Little teeny tiny people in the corner that watch Maddie from the wings. So, give me music.
Oh my gosh, look, here it is, the solo.
Bryn and Maddie both have solos this week, and musical theater typically is pretty simple choreography. So I'm not thrilled about the solo, but Maddie can do every type of dance and do it well. Bryn is good with what she can do, a leg.
It needs to be funny. She needs to laugh there.
I'm watching Maddie's solo, and it's maybe a little bit young for her. Honestly, the biggest problem with her solo is the music. Boring, like beyond boring. This could be a good opportunity for Bryn to shine.
That's when someone gives you, especially my age, someone gives you something, you make it look amazing. That's what we want. I want a dancer that makes my work look better than I ever imagined it could look.
Maddie deserves Abby's undivided attention, and it's obvious that Abby's distracted with the minis, and that's not fair to Maddie.
And I understand she's running a business and she's producing a new legacy. My focus really will be saying a proper goodbye or, farewell to my teammates.
Then go to breakfast, go to lunch, go to dinner, but don't be just so dismissive to us and be rude
I'm not
about it.
engaging with this.
You know, the whole reason that I brought my daughter here was because she wanted to be just like Maddie and Mackenzie. And this is frustrating. She looked up to him, and this is not the people I want to even be inspired by.
I feel like the elite moms are trying to ruin the day because they don't want us here. And they're old news. They just need to go away.
Okay, if I want Bryn to succeed like you have succeeded, then it's time for you to kind of pass this torch along. I just mean, you've been successful with this sad, pathetic, melancholy face for so long, the Maddie face. Yes? So she's not gonna be you. She's not gonna come close to being you. But we have to start somewhere, all right? So let's go, let's see it from the top. Come on. Still needs to be bigger and your elbows need to be bent more. Maddie turns her head and gives it a little bit of a snake.
I don't want these moms to think that Bryn is nervous because she's going up against Maddie. She's nervous because she has a hard solo Bryn's solo is so close to Maddie's All God's Creatures solo. It's gonna be easy to compare the two, and if it's not on point with the facials and the acting, she's gonna get torn apart.
Freeze. Okay, right there you had a popped up big sickled ankle. And I know it's the style, but I just wing it. Just get on your big toe and wing it. Yes, that's better. That's great. Okay, you're dismissed. The soloist, come on. This looks like you're gonna bend now. I don't want to mess your hair, so you put it on.
So, Abby, are you trying to recreate Maddie?
Nope.
Because it looks exactly like...
Well, she looked like JoJo last week. Now she looks like Maddie.
That's exactly what Maddie had over her head, the hands.
I just wonder who she's gonna dress her up as next week.
I think Bryn is starting to feel very defeated by the attitude of the other moms towards her. In order for Bryn to make sure this dance makes her a star, she needs to go in and be better than Maddie. She can't just be the same. She's got to have better technique and she's got to have better acting. I know that Bryn is going to be the next star of the team.
Maddie, you know how to entertain the audience, hence the entertainer. You don't want anybody there to say, well, Maddie should have done that dance. Okay? All right, so break a leg. Let's do this.
Maddie doesn't have like a pretty lyrical number. She has a musical theater number and she has to deliver. But when Maddie does it, I think she does it so beyond fabulous. She just always is the character she's given. Whether it's cute, pretty, cheesy, she does it all well. Bryn has no emotion. There's no way that she can play a dark role. So I'm feeling really confident.
Next up is entry number 97, The Entertainer.
Beat my sister, okay? Okay. There's a lot of pressure on me this week because Abby's really expecting me to act out this solo, and I'm gonna do the best I can to prove the moms wrong because they say I can't do it, but I think I can.
I'm just a homeless girl out on the street. Could be you, but it's me. So I'm down on my knees. I'm down on my
Bryn was horrific with her faces. Maddie brings something to the table that Bryn doesn't, and that's emotion and heart. She's not anywhere even close.
Maddie, I thought you were clean and classy. Bryn, the emotion, that's gonna take time. And when you're up here and you're getting ready, I really don't think that grown adults are trying to fluster you on purpose. And I'm gonna tell you something, kiddo. In our studio in Pittsburgh, grown adult women sat upstairs and they ripped and critiqued everybody else's child.
Are you dismissing the fact that she did that to the girls as well?
I didn't, Kira. You weren't even here.
I don't have to be here, Ashley, to know that you talk about JoJo, that you talk about Kendall, that you talk about Kalani.
Abby, you need to point the finger the other way.
I'm not pointing the finger. I'm trying to tell the kids that there was a glass enclosed room and the kids didn't hear it. You have to learn to block it out. So that's what I'm telling you. Buck up, little camper. That's it.
All right, we have preteen solo.
Bryn is the newest member of the team. All the other girls have had the chance to use their face and be better than Maddie ever was. This is Bryn's big opportunity. Will the judges like her? Hope so.
Fourth place, enter number 42, Decision. Third place, enter number 96, Broken Dancer.
I was very mortified. Dressing Bryn like Maddie isn't gonna have her dance like Maddie or act like Maddie. She got third place. I mean, all God's creatures, it was so emotional. And Bryn just smiled the whole time.
Next we have teen solos. We have 5 placements. Fifth place goes to enter number 62, Collapsed Clavicle.
Maddie always puts pressure on herself to do well. Doesn't matter if she's gonna be here till she's 18 or if she has one more competition. She wants to win.
Fourth place, enter number 97, The Entertainer.
Maddie got 4th. What? The fact that Bryn got 3rd and Maddie got 4th just proves that Maddie and Bryn are about on the same level as far as dance ability.
So you know the name of the routine is You Don't Know Me. Do the judges know who you are? So maybe they've heard of you. Maybe they know your reputation. They think they know who you are. Oh, Maddie, we know her. Oh, yeah, Maddie, I've heard of her. No, we're trying to tell them who the real Maddie is. Maddie's solo this week is called You Don't Know Me. It's a little bit edgier for Maddie. Nice. Like you think you know who Maddie is. Push. She's very angelic. She does these lyrical routines that are so pretty. Maddie is gonna prove to everybody that they don't know who she is. She's more than you think. Now listen to me. When you get out there, it's your face that wins. Everybody here has beautiful technique. Nobody else has Maddie's face. I think the judges already have a preconceived notion. Sweet, pretty little Maddie. She's gonna tell the judges and every single person in that audience, don't judge a book by the cover.
This is Maddie with You Don't Know Me.
Maddie came back strong. I think technically, superb. When she stepped on that stage, it was all about Maddie.
Ladies and gentlemen, your highest scoring elite junior soloist with a score of 291.5 points is Miss Maddie with act number 12, You Don't Know Me. Congratulations to our top 10 high-scoring junior soloists.
She did it again. Overall high score of the junior division. Way to go, Maddie.
So we're getting ready to compete in Tahoe, and to be honest, Chloe's feeling a little defeated right now. She had a lot of pressure put on her in Las Vegas, and I think, frankly, the whole comparison between her and Maddie is starting to wear on her, and it's not fair. Chloe is a different person and should be treated as such.
When you talk about the pressure between me and Maddie, it's kind of different, but not really different. There's pressure on Maddie because she's won all season long, and there's a lot of pressure on me because I have to prove that I can do it as well.
We're at Nationals. This is our last competition. I really want Chloe to win a crown. She deserves it.
Competing next is number 1006, Another Season.
tale is ending. I wonder what the next will bring.
I'm watching Chloe do her solo, and she's doing an amazing job. She's really just nailing everything. And then we're getting to the end, and it was the last 8 count. She was frozen on stage, and Chloe reads like a book. She can't cover that up, and I'm sitting there, and I just wanted to run up and grab her and give her a hug and run her off stage, but you can't do that.
I was very surprised by Chloe. She knows what it looks like when someone forgets their dance. She knows how awful that is. So why she didn't just run around in a circle and arabesque saute off the stage, I will never know.
You want to make me cry? I was just upset and confused why I did that. I just cried. I guess everyone cries when you pause on stage. I'm beautiful. Don't cry.
That's okay, Chloe. It's okay. It's okay.
Chloe, you okay?
She's a little girl. Mistakes happen. You know, we all can't be perfect.
Good job, guys!
Congrats, Maddie.
Congratulations, Maddie.
I couldn't be prouder of you. Even if you had the world's biggest crown, I wouldn't be any prouder than you than I am right now, okay? I'll let you live with us still, okay?